A diplomatic source based in Moscow has told South Korean media that the UN Security Council is likely to take action against North Korea for its recent rocket launch by the end of the week. Choi You-sun has more.
More than a month after North Korea launched a long-range rocket, the international community is likely to penalize the reclusive country for its action by the end of this week. Citing a diplomatic source in Moscow, the Seoul-based Yonhap News Agency says the U.S. and China, two permanent members of the UN Security Council, have agreed to adopt a presidential statement condemning the North for its actions and warning it against future provocations. Washington and Beijing have been in a deadlock for the past 2 weeks over the degree of action they should take against Pyongyang for violating UN resolutions that ban the regime from use of any ballistic missile technology. China, North Korea's longtime ally, has thus far resisted U.S.-led efforts to bring about a binding resolution against the North that would be followed by a new round of economic sanctions. The source said, however, that Russia, another veto-wielding Permanent Security Council member, is likely to endorse any actions taken by the U.S. and China. South Korea, which won a 2-year non-permanent seat on the Security Council this year, has been consulting with both the U.S. and China on the issue. Referring to diplomatic sources in New York, the South Korean media says the U.S. and its allies have become open to re-engaging with North Korea so long as the Kim Jong-un regime demonstrates its changed attitude about giving up its nuclear and missile programs. All of this comes as the Obama administration begins its second term next week, followed by leadership transitions in South Korea and China in the coming weeks. And it's still too early to tell what effect these changes will have on the North Korea situation. Meanwhile, the regional partners are also concerned about the possibility that Pyongyang will continue its pattern of conducting nuclear tests after rocket launches. Choi You-sun, Arirang News.